Now, this looks like the standard silhouette designs. Yes, of course it does. And I'm doing the silhouette designs mainly because we have seen this everywhere. The silhouette designs seem to be a really big popular thing, and it's a really easy kind of nail art to do. But it's the background that I'm interested in, and it's the background that I want to show you how to do. And it's something that you can do that is so quick and easy, so quick and easy. Rather than trying to do a background with pigments or trying to do a background with gel polish and a brush and all of that other stuff, this is going to blow your mind. So start, shall we? So the first thing I'm going to do is I've painted this background. So this is one layer of yellow, and what we're going to do is come back in with some more colors. So we've got an orange, a yellow, because we're doing a sunset, and then I've got this really dark, it's called penny leather, this dark brown. So what I'm going to do is I want to have a little sun setting in the middle of the nail. So I'm just going to pop the yellow in there, and what I will do is grab some white. Did you see that? Did you see that? I nearly knocked it over. That would have been a disaster. So I'm just going to grab some white just to pop that right in the middle. Okay, and then we're going to come around with the orange, and we're just going to make like a circle. And you see it's actually quite a lot. I'm not being stingy with my gel polish. Now, if you were doing this on an actual client, you would probably not use as much, and you'd be a little more controlled when you use the cling film. But absolutely, you can do this on clients' nails as well. Just make sure you don't get the gel polish on the skin. So then you're going to grab some cling film before it goes underneath the lamp, and you're just going to lay the cling film nice and flat. I don't really want to get those lines in just yet. And I'm just going to use my finger to create an ombre. So now you would never put your finger in the gel polish ever. Please don't do that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to merge this together. Now I have made some cracking, what are those, tie-dye effects? And you can easily make those by actually pinching the cling film as well. That's so cool, but we're not going to do that. And what we're going to do is we're going to, there we go, take this off. You have to really be very gentle when you do this. You're just going to pull it off, and can you see how soft that is? Now I've got this line going on here, and I'm not keen on it, so I'm just going to pop that cling film over and push this, just push this up and over, and it's got, and then I'm just going to pull, but I'm going to pull this time, I'm going to pull up. There we go. Let's put that down and get rid of that. That's on there. I'm going to pop that underneath the lamp, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to do another layer. And what we'll do is we'll get the line of the lake. So let's do the second one, because we're going to do two nails in this look, so you can actually see it again. Now I've done this. I've done a nail prepped for a purple one, but I've done this also with blue and yellow. And I love it. I think it looks so nice. This soft blue and yellow. So if you have a client that wants blues, it's totally possible. Let's put the dark brown in. What do you guys think? Have you seen this before? Have you done this? Have you used the cling film method before? Try it, guys. It's so much fun. The effects that you get. But the one thing I need you to do is I don't want you to obsess. So I don't want you to go, oh my God, that's not perfect. That's not how I want it. Because the idea of this is that it is really an anything goes kind of thing. So you really are not in control. I know it's tough for you guys. So let's pull this back. And I'm going to just go over the top again. So I'm actually pulling quite a lot of the gel polish off the nail. So I'm going to come in with another coat, and the last thing I want to do is have thick nails. Okay, let's go back underneath here. All right, so we're going to go back in. I'm going to go in a little bit more yellow, but I want a little bit more of that dark color. So you see I'm doing less of the orange and the yellow, just a little bit more of the dark colour. I don't want lines in this, so this is really quite important that you don't have lines in here. However, I am going to create a lake effect, so I'm going to do that in a second. So we're going to go back over the top with this cling film, rub it all together. I don't want to get rid of this yellow sunset, but we'll just bring some of that dark, and that dark on that lake we do want. We're going to have a little boat on the lake. So that's, no, I think I'm going to go back in, push that yellow out a bit more. There we go. There we go. What I do want to do is I want to come back in with this cling film, okay, and then we're just going to create the edge of this cling film. I want lines. So if you pull the cling film tight, you see all those lines? We're just going to make the lines on the lake underneath the sun. And then we're just going to pull that like that. Ooh, look at that, look at that, look at that. That looks so good, right? Okay, pop that underneath. We'll do it again. And we're going to have the yellow. Now it's quite a lot of yellow on this one. And a bit of the orange. So I'm liking this. I don't want to fiddle with this too much, but I do want to create those lines on the lake. So just bring that dark brown in here. This penny leather is the best. This is actually my client. This is the only one that she ever has. I'm sure she won't mind if I use it. She's like, I don't use it on anyone else really, but it's the only brown that she loves. Right, let me just grab a new piece of this. So nice and flat, so don't, make sure there's no lines in it. I'm just going to bring that over. If I was doing this on a client, I would make sure that I wouldn't have as much, and I probably would move this around a little bit more. And what I would do is I would use the cling film, and I'd have the cling film with my thumb. So I would hold the cling film this way, and then I'd lay it down. So I would never come down this way on top of the client's nail, because otherwise you're just going to end up with a mess, and you don't want to clear up mess. Let's go back. Oh my gosh, look, oh my, oh, yes, that looks so good. Let's fold that over. Okay, so we're just going to come in. Now there we go. So let's make these lines again. So you're just going to pull the cling film tight. So you've got lines like this. You see those little lines on there? And then I'm just going to lay them here underneath. There we go. Right, I'm not entirely happy, but so I'm just going to grab my gel brush and just pull through a couple of these lines. Okay, that'll do. Okay, so I've got this really nice dark, this is velvet rope. It's a little bit glittery, but I think it'll be okay. Now I want white in the middle. So this is going to be a lake as well, but it's going to be a lake, a purple lake. I've got this thing about lakes at the moment. And then we're just going to literally do stripes. So we'll come in with this lilac colour. Get rid of the white on there. And then if you're worried about mixing the colours and the colours being on your brush, then just use it with a separate brush. And then I'm just going to come in with a really dark, but I'm actually going to just do the dark on the bottom. I think we'll just do the dark on the bottom. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of these colours before I knock them over. And we're just going to come over. I might just pull this a little bit. See these lines? Might as well use that. It's a different effect on this one. And like I said before, I've done this, and then what's happened is as I pulled it off, because I came in with too much tension. As I pulled it off, it looked like a tie-dye effect. Oh yes. Oh my gosh, that is divine. Okay, I'm not even going to touch that. I'm just going to move that up there. It's a whole, how irritating. That looks nice on its own, to be honest with you. You don't even need anything on there. And you can imagine if that was just like you could put flowers. Oh, so pretty. Right, now there's two things that you can do at this stage. If you're not that confident with your application and you want to protect the background, then I would do a layer of matte top coat. Now, whether you do all of this in gloss or whether you do all of this in matte as a finish, that is up to you. But I would absolutely do a matte as a first layer, as it were. What this does is it pushes everything back, and it makes it easier to paint on, actually, because you have got some little ridges. And if you've noticed if you've noticed that there's too many ridges, I've got some of that red on this brush, then you could actually just gently buff over the top. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to create the silhouettes. And that's going to be super easy. You know, we're not going to do anything major. We're not going to stress ourselves with this at all. I'm just going to come in with these two. You can see that we've got this nice matte finish now. So what I might do is I might do the boat here. Yes, I'm going to do the boat here, and then this is just going to have leaves because I think that this one lends itself better to the boat. And what I might do is do a different kind of boat, because it could possibly be a similar lake. So we could be on the same lake, really, couldn't we? So if I did a different boat, let's have a look. Just challenge yourself, Sam. Why not? Live on Facebook. I mean, you know, they won't know. Let's have a look. So we're just going to do a little rowboat. He's going to be rowing, this guy, in a little rowboat. Let's put him in the water. So these little lines that I made are actually the shadows. They become the shadow of the boat, don't they? So a little man. Let's put a little man in here, and that's the joy of silhouette. I get in shot. That is the one great thing about the silhouette, is that you can pretty much get away with just a suggestion, because that really is all we're doing. Any kind of art is a suggestion. We've got a little hat on him. There we go. And he needs oars into the water. What are we doing? He's sat on one side of the boat. Looks like he's got long arms. Let's do that oar out of the water. What I'm going to do is just rinse off the brush a little bit, so I've got short, sort of a shadow going on, so that I can just stain the water so it looks a bit like more shadow in the water. Now when that dries, that actually will dry as one, because what I don't want to do is a black line. We're just going to do that underneath the boat as well. We're going to put reeds in there so you're not really going to see. So nice little boat. I think that looks okay. I think we can pretty much see that's a boat. Not too bad. Okay, we're going to do some reeds in the water as well, because we've got these reeds. Now the one thing about any silhouette painting, in fact any painting, is to keep things simple. And we have this tendency to add more, because half the time we have no clue what we're doing. You're doing all of this art and you're like, is that enough? Should I do more? I don't know. But really, it is just a suggestion. We don't really need anything else. We could have a tree hanging over there if we wanted to. What I'm going to do is maybe do some, this one we're it feels a bit naked because I've got no sail going in the sky, so I might do some of my my mum's birds. She always adds these to her paintings. My mum is doing her colour on canvas lesson today at 2, and it's a cat on the gate today. Oh no, I don't think, is it? No, it's, oh, I know, it's the beach one. So she's actually got a boat theme going on as well. So she's doing beach hats. That would be nice. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I'll share it to my personal timeline so you'll be able to catch it. Right, so we've got a boat in the water. That's nice. And then let's do just a really simple one here. I think we might do I don't know, what shall we do? Let's do the reeds again. Oh yes, because I've still got to do that purple one, so we won't need to do too much with this. And if this was a client's nails, what I would suggest you do is that you would have this just maybe on 2 of the nails, and then you could actually just do the marble effect, or any effect really on any of the other nails. So I wouldn't really be worrying too much about the silhouette on all of the nails. Let's just have one long one here just to balance it out. There we go. Look at that. Oh no, we need a bird. Definitely need a bird. Oh, don't know why I've never done birds before. Don't know, I just don't know. Don't know, I even know who I'm talking to right now. There we go. Look at that. That's so cool, right? And then what you do is you top coat it. But we could just, look at that. We could have that there, and we have got a little bird in a tree, so that could be at the end, and then our boat could be here on this side. So we've got this lake going on. How is that? That's quite a nice set, isn't it? So I'm going to quickly top coat that. We can put that together. And whilst that's top coating, let's fiddle around with that purple, and then you can see everything. Where is my gloss top coat? Where are you? Oh no! Oh, here we go. So we're going to use Orly's No Cleanse Top Coat. This is new. This is really cool, which means there's no cleansing at all. So what we don't want to do is come in after you've applied top coat with the cleanser. You don't want to wipe away anything that you shouldn't be wiping away, but also it's really about keeping your as minimal products as possible on the skin. But we're doing this on a tip. And let me just also say to you about this whole process and why I'm doing nail art at noon. Because I'm not selling you anything right now. I'm just giving you an excuse, I suppose, an excuse to actually just do some art for no reason, just to join in with me and use this video as an excuse. It's a really quick, easy bit of artwork that you can do. So yeah, it's just an excuse. So let's do, I'm going to do like some branches. This is the traditional, everybody does this one. Let's do a branch and just wiggle your brush a little bit. Don't be afraid to, and then you're going to sort of taper, oh, sorry, you're going to taper your brush too. So let's come down here. So you can see how I'm pressing and then I'm just lifting my brush away. So you're just going to just wiggle your brush so that the lines aren't straight. You don't want straight lines, and don't be afraid to come up as well. You just want branches. Just come down like that there, and then we'll do like this. We'll put a little bird on here, I think, and then maybe we'll put a bird on here. We'll do 2 birds. So we're going to do the head first. Now I do have a very detailed lesson with the bluebirds, the virtual nail art classes. I don't know, I think it's next week actually. And it's a little bluebird in a tree. We use the pigments to get blossom. It's very, very pretty. It's so nice to do. And it's such a nice design. Oops, it is. Oh, okay. Beak open. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. So, well, that's the beak open on that one. That's probably not intended. Let's do a little bit of Bit of a more of a chesty thing going on here. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I can't see. There we go. Okay. Okay. And this one we will do here. So round circle first, and then another round circle. You just want a little, see this little figure of 8, and then we're just going to do the tail, and then we're just going to do a little beak. It is that simple, trust me. So if you go like this, although I say that, it's actually not going to plan. Why are you not going to plan? Okay, bird is big. Let's do big bird. Come on, Sam, you can do this. You're nearly finished. So tomorrow, everybody, I still haven't decided. Well, that's code for I haven't done it yet. I'm going to get up tomorrow morning. Well, I'm not even going to go to bed. I'm going to bed now because I'm doing this seminar in Australia at the moment. So I'm going to get up tomorrow morning. I'm going to finish the seminar tomorrow morning, and I'm going to work on the design. So it's a surprise. So you guys have to turn up and check out what we're going to do, because I don't even know yet. But we did have a request, lots of requests for Centangle, so the chances are it will be something doodly, because that is definitely a go-to for me. If I don't know what I'm going to do, I tend to. There is one design I really want to try, but I have got some firm favourites too. So we'll figure it out. Or I might just have some divine inspiration, or somebody might message me and say, "No, Sam, you've got to do this. Please do this." And then I also want to know from you guys, if you're still online, do you want me to carry on with this next week? Shall I sort of give us a break for a week? I mean, how are you liking it? Do you want to turn up with me every day for 12? I think I'll only do it for one more week, because I'm hoping after lockdown we'll all be allowed back to our normal working hours. Oh, I don't know about that really. There we go, look at that. Look at that. That's so nice on the purple. Probably would go in a little bit more with the darker underneath, but that's nice. I like that.